understand.
Okay, so let's wait for 29th and I think start uploading.
What if we come up with the same problems again?
Then we go for 3W4.
We can
And the NOC issue?
NOC issue has not yet been linked with SRF, not yet been linked.
Yeah.
I mean, once they are up and running, then they will link it with NOC. So far, it's the same process. I mean, vetting and it goes to PDMA and those process. Yes.
Yeah, I think the SRF probably needs quite a lot more thought as we go into this. We have probably tried it. It has not helped us so much, and I think we can depend on the 3Ws a lot more. We hope the second version will be a lot better, a lot more user-friendly, and easy to understand for every partner. My question to the cluster is, while we're doing the SRF, we have certain activities that we do together. Let's say we all do hand pumps. What's the beneficiary count that we have for say hand pumps? If we fix a tube well, what's the beneficiary count? Can we all be speaking the same language and ensure that everyone is counting one latrine stance for 7 people or for 20 people or for 50 people, so that we are not exaggerating figures? Then the second thing is on double counting. If you do hygiene promotion and invest in sanitation and at the same time in water with the same community, what are the chances of double counting, and as a group, how can we help this out so that we are not reporting 1,000 people, yet actually it's only 200 people that we intervene?
I think I can answer your question if everybody agrees. First one is that you asked about beneficiaries, I mean a tube well or a hand pump or toilet. I think that would be difficult, because a tube well, if it is giving a discharge of 5,000 liters per hour, and the number of beneficiaries would be different from a tube well whose discharge is 10,000 liters or 20,000 liters or even more than that. So it can actually cater for different number of beneficiaries. It can be 10,000 beneficiaries, it can be 5,000, it can be 3,000. So that's difficult. That organization has to. We can link it up internally to the number of liters which a tube well or can produce, and then we can calculate. So, for example, we can say that, okay, if we are saying that this tube well can cater for the needs of 5,000 people, that means that this tube well can produce this much amount of water. That's the only way we can do it. We can fix that in terms of toilets, but again, I mean, we have to see in early recovery we are actually not putting toilets which are communal toilets, I mean, which normally, I mean, they are household toilets. And then we are counting the number of households. Okay, we are providing support to this number of households. Again, I mean, we cannot say that, okay, one toilet is for 20% or for 50%, because we are saying that we are providing it household level, and household is then 7%. And it is not, I mean, camp situation is different, but off camp, I mean, we are talking about early recovery. So I would say what we probably should be doing is that we should have a small group meeting of technical working group, and we should devise this detail and then circulate it so that everybody is reporting according to that technical specification. So for example, we fix for tube well, we fix the number of liters of water instead of having, okay, one tube well 10,000 people or one tube well 5,000 people. That's not possible. Similarly for hand pumps, similarly for toilets and now the other question about double counting, yes, that is also important, because for example, if an organization goes and they say that okay, we have given hygiene sessions to 1,000 people, and then at the same time they are putting one hand pump, but they are counting it as 1,000 people being provided with wash services. Although on one hand they are actually providing probably 50 people with water and 1,000 people with hygiene education, but the count comes up to be 1,000. Or there can be that. Probably, Bob, I think it should be reported separately. I mean, coverage for water, coverage for hygiene, coverage for sanitation.
These are basically separately we are reporting. For water, for sanitation, for hygiene,
so in one area we can say that, okay, in this particular geographical area we have provided water to this number of people, and sanitation to this number of people, and hygiene promotion to this number of people.
And if you were asked as for a project that ran for 6 months, what was the final beneficiary that you attained?
Again, different reporting. But what no, I understand, but I mean, as a sector we cannot, because I know that hygiene session can cater for hundreds of thousands of people. But drinking water, actually putting thing on ground, your number will reduce substantially. So probably we should be reporting differently.
And basically, some relation are working only covering one intervention at the wash. They are working on only hygiene program. So we are counting only hygiene program for the water and for patient promotion. So that's why we are counting it separately.
So the SRF second version will be having a multi-sector project. Like we were dealing with the hygiene and we were dealing with the other food or nutrition. Multi-sector project can also take its place.
No, multi-sector is okay, but within the sector we have to differentiate between the different activities.
Yeah. And we have indicators.
For the technical working group, I would say. What do you want to decide? Okay, let's meet on Monday. Monday is suitable for everybody or Tuesday is better? Tuesday is better. Okay, can ACF be the host for this meeting? For 5? Yes, 5, 6 people. Or you don't have an officer? Do any agency have an office here?
We can come to the chair.
In Peshawar, any agency who have office in Peshawar? WHO?
We have
You are?
Puravathir.
Where is your office?
Phase 3.
In your office? Town. I think let's go for WHO because town is more accessible to everybody. So we will have this meeting. Is it possible for you 10 o'clock?
10 o'clock Tuesday?
Tuesday, yes.
Okay.
Fine with people around here? What I would suggest is that we have nomination right now. I mean, who would like to be part of this discussion so that we can finalize these technical details. Okay. Okay, so it's Asif, Sanallah, Bob, Kedo and Islamic Relief and Habitat and WHO. Okay. So, Abbas, you circulate this email that we will be meeting at 10 o'clock just for the benefit of others. If government would like to send a representative. The purpose of this is that, I mean, the question was that when we are reporting that, for example, one tube well. So what should be the coverage of one tube well, how much beneficiaries. So my our discussion was that it is not possible that say one tube well can cover 10,000 because one tube well can cover 1,000 or even 2,000 or 5,000 or 10,000, depends on the discharge and what. Similarly, other indicators. So we want to finalize that, okay, what should be the, we said that we should make it contingent with the number of liters water produced or number of gallons water produced. So this is what we want to discuss in detail and find out about toilets, about hygiene promotion, about provision of toilets and all these things. If you would like to be part of this process, so you are most welcome. Tuesday 10 a.m. in WHO's office. Okay, so and we would like to request our colleague from SRF, if you could also be part of that discussion, it would be very useful.
Furthermore, we can ask make.
Okay. That was discussion on SRF. If there is no further question, we can move on to our next agenda item, which is district co-chairs. But you want to mention something?
Basically, we need this time to finalize the co-chairs list. We had co-chairs in each district and cluster, but this time we have to divide because in most of the areas, requesting for co-chairs while our co-chairs are in there. So this time we need to. Basically, in each district there are WatSan working group, and for that we have an organization which can lead that working group. So for that we need a co-chair and
who is the chair? Who is the chair of that
government? Basically, KMA chair.
Let me a bit clarify. In fact, in the flood affected districts, like we have chairs and co-chairs at provincial level, government and one of the humanitarian agencies. Like in the case of WASH, it's the local government, come public health, plus the UNICEF in the shape of co-chairs. Similar arrangement at the district levels. Designated officer appointed or notified by the district coordination officer for a particular district. For example, I have one example of notifications that has been issued in early September by the district official. For agriculture, it's very simple. EDO agriculture is the government chair and FAO is the co-chair from the humanitarian agencies. For community physical infrastructure, it is the TMO Town 1 and SRSP from the NGO side. For education, a similar arrangement. Then we comes to the WASH. It is TMO Town 2 from the government side, unless that will get lead, and best is from the go. In fact, this particular issue is being pursued by the UNDP friends with the districts. Some of the districts have issued black and white notifications, and there should be no problem. In case there is any change, the change has to be re-notified, unless that will carry no weight as far as the government system is concerned. But some of the districts have not yet notified. Though verbally, when UNDP people are meeting them, they say, okay, the agriculture will do this, and revenue officer will do this, and the social welfare officer do this. But in fact, that's just orders in the ears. So we would encourage both the friends who's working in the districts level to stress and emphasize over the DCO to issue similar kind of proper notifications. As far as I understand, Asif, for majority of the district, we have the list of chairs and co-chairs. There are two ways to go about it. Number one, we ask them if they are not performing the way we expect them to perform. What's their problem? Whether their project have been closed, or they are away from that particular district, their main office. If in that case, we might go for change of the organization. But if they have the initial understanding that they will take care of this responsibility and they are not showing the interest, then we are to sit with them and ask them why they are not performing this. Because each time we cannot go to the DCOs and every second week we change this particular notification. It will convey a very bad message on the part of us if a certain organization from the NGO side have been made responsible for this duty and they are not performing without any cogent reasons. So in fact, we are to go through the list, talk to them, and if they don't have any genuine problems, let's continue with them and make them work.
Basically, we can give the example of Russia. There, first of all, the officer was leading. After that, the care intervention was leading, was the co-chair there. But nowadays, care intervention also disappeared. So the DRM requested to please nominate the supervisor who can lead this. Furthermore, we have also seen problem in Charsaka. There was the LG who were leading, and nowadays they are also disappeared.
I think the main reason why these organizations disappear from the scene is their project closing.
So for all, it will be better if we can renominate for all the districts.
Okay, what you do is that you circulate an email in the list of the districts and request that whoever is interested in which district, they just put their names in that, and then we can resend with the final list once it is finalized with the government. And let them work, because it's something voluntary, it's not something which we can force upon anybody. If they want, they should. If they don't want, they can. But just mention that, and even you can mention that, okay, please mention the time period when you, up to what time you can do this. So let them come up, and if they have a project of 3 months duration, let them say that, okay, we will be here for 3 months. Yes, 3 months.
I'll add to all the discussion. As we earlier said that the district level coordination mechanism for early recovery needs is very essential. Likewise, the provincial and the federal was the first one to come, where the lead agencies had agreed to form their own provincial setups, their own district level setups. So as UNICEF being the lead for WASH and CR working group, they had to nominate a person, a focal person, a focal organization at the district level. In certain districts, it was very successfully done. In certain districts, we had to push, like both of us. the early recovery coordination team as well as with the co-chairs at the province level. So what we had been successful is what I'm going to share with you. As Abbas also said, in Charsabda it's the ACO who chairs, co-chairs the Water and Sanitation Sectoral Working Group, and Oxfam GB till the last meeting was the co-chair. It does not matter if the partner is not having a project in that district, but provided if they just don't pack up their office and go back to their central office. Unless they do that, unless they can support the mechanism, whether they have a project on water and sanitation or not, they can co-chair it. I mean, it's just as Jabal said, it's a voluntary kind of